Dave Batista did an MMA fight, and I helped him train MMA. And he's a pro wrestler, WWE. Dave Batista. He's doing those Guardians of the Galaxy movies now, among other movies. So, anyways, a few years back, he decided he wanted, just like me in the pro wrestling, like pretty soon I'll be too old to have tried it. I've always wanted to do an MMA fight. So he put together a training camp, and I was part of that training camp to help get ready for MMA. So, no, I never done it. And I got invited to the Smash Mouth Pro Wrestling Show April 8th in Valparaiso, Indiana. Right next to my hometown of Munster, so got to go home to my friends and family and do it. It was like a battle royal, and it was fun. And the promoter, Jeremy, wants to have me back, and I told him I had just started training. After I did that show, Battle Royal match, I actually went to the pro wrestling gym and started training. So, and Phil's done it before, so he's like, how about you two do a tag team match with Tristan Hayes and The Machine. And I had a little beef with him at the first show, and we're going to settle it July 16th when he's going to be tapping out.
Love it. Looking forward to it. So your actual training and kind of venturing into pro wrestling, how is it transitioning from MMA to the world of pro wrestling?
Oh, boy. For me, it's so much harder. Like yesterday, I went to the MMA gym and sparred a little, and it's like walking for me. This stuff, like, you're doing, it's more like dancing, whereas fighting's more like freestyle rap. This is like a choreographed, like the flamenco or something, you guys are doing a little dance and choreographed moves where, maybe it's just easier for me just to go in there and fight and spar and make shit up as I go along. But they say the old-time wrestlers, that's how they did it. Because Eddie Guerrero would freak people out because he would go back in the locker room and kind of talk the match like they do nowadays. You just get the guys all sweating and nervous and just let them figure the matches out in there, in the ring. And that was Eddie's style. It's like an old school, the wrestling realist style, and the new modern day style is to talk your match in the back. And, on the higher levels, and, as you go up, that's done. That's what the guys tell me. It's done more and more. Like WWE and stuff is like super choreographed. Well, nowadays, whereas in the old days, guys like Eddie Guerrero would purposely not let you script it, so you had to learn how to be a real wrestler.
Yes.
And this is what I've been told. But I don't know shit. I'm new to this. This is new. But it's fascinating. I'm hearing all these stories, and I'm watching old matches, and it's kind of fun. It's like I'm learning again. Mentally, I'm stimulated. Because, you fight for so long, like I said, it's like walking. I could go in and spar. I don't think about it. And this is new and it's stimulating. So you need that, I was going in like the, get workouts at the MMA gyms, and I was like, man, what am I doing? Like, I'm sick of this, and I retired. Like, what's the point? So now I'll just go there for fun, get some sparring to get a sweat on, good cardio, and then stimulate my mind by learning pro wrestling. That's where I just came from.
Now, were you always a pro wrestling fan? Like, obviously, you're very familiar with Eddie Guerrero and things like that, but were you always a fan of pro wrestling?
Hey, yes and no. Like, as a little kid, there's no UFC, so I wanted to be Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, and then, you grow up, and in high school, '93, the UFC came out, and I fell in love with that. It was not like there were pro wrestling schools around, and there wasn't MMA gyms either. I was doing like wrestling and taekwondo as a kid through high school, and then college, discovered jiu-jitsu, and then after college started boxing. And then once I started MMA in 2001, it was just like they estimate you have like 60,000 thoughts a day, and like 55,000 of them were MMA related. That was like my life for like good 14, 15 years, and then, retired from that, and kind of got that itch. Like, I miss the entertainment aspect of fighting, going in there entertaining an audience. And I realized, my days of mixing it up with guys like John Jones are behind me. But these pro wrestling guys, they're not going to be able to stop me from tapping them out.
That is very, very true. If you wanted to, you'll snap all their arms and kind of kill them. What I find fascinating.
I'm not going to hurt anyone, but I'll put some people to sleep, make them tap.